Sadie and welcome to another waitressing vlog. Today is Saturday. It is now 10 to 11 and I'm still technically in my pajamas. Well, this isn't a pajama shirt, but I just love it and I've been wearing it for the last 2 nights, so don't hate. Star Wars fan over here. So I have 2 waitressing bookings today. The first one is from 2 till 5 p.m. on a boat. It's like a mini yacht boat in Brisbane. So I'm going to be doing that today from 2 till 5, 3 hours topless. Fingers crossed they upgrade and get a lap dance or motorboat deal. And then I have another booking 9 till 11, also in Brisbane, and I'll be doing poker dealing. I am not required to bring my own poker set, but I'm not entirely sure. She said no at first, and then she said, hang on, let me check, and then never got back to me about it. Then sent through the details for the booking the other day and didn't mention anything of it. And I asked her about it and she didn't reply, so that's great. So I'm going to bring my poker set just in case. It's not very big, it's only from Kmart. It is kind of heavy, but it fits in my handbag, so just in case, you just never know. Spent my morning just fart-assing around in my PJs. I slept in until like 9:30 and then I had some breakfast. I just had a protein shake and a coffee, and yeah, I'm about to have a shower now. I've got to go start getting ready because I'm paranoid about the traffic today. It's 11 o'clock now. It'll take me about an hour and a half to get ready, I reckon. I just got my hair done the other day, so it's super like to the roots, which I love. So good. Got my nails done last week. She did that ombre nail, which I haven't had done in a really long time because normally you have to get a new set to get the ombre because it's in the powder. Love it. I miss having really long nails. Like, I love having long nails, and my mum is always like, I don't know how you use those things, and I'm like, makes me feel so powerful. I haven't done my tan, but that's okay. I feel like I've been out in the sun like so much in the last month, like it's not funny. I don't think I need to, but I am gonna wear my new, I'm thinking either my fluoro green set from Bras and Things or that new orange fluoro set from the Honey Birdette range that I bought from Chloe King. You guys might know her, she's got a YouTube channel. She was selling some Honey Birdette lingerie that she doesn't wear anymore on her Instagram, and I was like, holy crap, that's the same size that I wear. It's a sign. So, and I had to get it. It's fluoro orange. I feel like I look really good in fluoro orange. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly head downstairs, finish my coffee, and then I'll start getting ready, and I'll catch up with you guys when we're on our way to the booking.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go.
Really bad. Also, there's some on my steering wheel. I need to clean my car out. Oh, I'm like looking around my car and realizing how dusty it is. 1:45 to 1, I start my booking at 2, and you're probably thinking, Sadie, why did you leave so early? I have a history of, even though the guy who books me privately for this boat always says I rock up on time, I don't. I feel like I'm always 5 or 10 minutes late. I think even one time I was 20 minutes late, and yet he keeps booking me. Yeah, it must be just the banter, the good personality. I feel like sometimes that goes a really long way with people who book you, especially if the clients are saying really good things about you. I'm not saying it's a good thing that you run late. I don't like running late. It stresses me out to the max. My anxiety just goes through the roof when I'm running late. There's nothing worse than looking at your Google Maps and seeing your ETA get further and further away from you. See, I decided to learn from my own mistakes and go earlier today. So I left an hour and a half earlier, and it looks like I'm gonna get there 20 minutes early. So I didn't put my lashes on before I left just because it's so hot. Like, the humidity is so bad at the moment, and I wanted to be able to wear my sunnies in the car without my eyelashes hitting them. Humidity in Queensland, in Australia right now is just off the Richter, they'd say. Anyway, I'm on my way to work. I'm gonna put some tunes on and I'll see you guys when we get there. Someone complimented me on my video last week because I sing to screamo and alternative music. I hope that was a compliment because there's more coming. Recently found out Alex is on Fire is coming to Brisbane. Well, they're coming to Australia. They're going to be touring and definitely going to be buying their tickets. So I'm going to be listening to some of that, some tunes on, and I'll see you guys when we get to the boat ramp. I'm not sleeping alone again tonight. Oh, 44 caliber love letter straight from my heart. Oh, I can't do it so fucking. Oh wait, 44 caliber love letter straight from my heart. That was pretty fast.
This is a 44 caliber love letter straight from my heart.
Oh, I okay. Take time and watch you pass by. You shouldn't have to fall in love. It's nobody's battle but your own. That's a good song. Oh, what the fuck is in my life just now? Raise up your head and sing along. Oh my god, so I just got to the parking spot and there's, well, the car park, and there must be an event on or something. Sure, the entire car park is full and I'm parked so illegally. I park like away from this cute zone, but I'm dead on a footpath. I don't know. Might get a fine. I might cop a surprise when I get out. I don't know. I'm on time. I'm 15 minutes early, so I'm gonna quickly pop my lashes on and I'll see you guys when we're on the boat.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to...
Is this good? Should I take my phone off the mount? Alright. That'll do. My arm is so red. How did I just get burnt on my arm? The back of my neck is so sweaty right now. It's not funny. Got the aircon cranked all the way up, but I feel like it's doing nothing. And my right eyelash just came off because it's that humid. The glue has gone all ungluey. Is that a word? So I just got out from my booking. I'm so sorry, I have to keep the air running this whole time. It's so disgustingly hot. Got to my booking, literally dead on time. I had time to do my eyelashes in the car and they were fine at the time. But however, I felt them sort of like, my right eyelash was like kept flipping up all the way through the booking, like really loosely, as if it wasn't attached to anything. So I kept putting my sunnies back on, which is fine. I felt like that was appropriate because we were out in the sun anyway on the boat, and the guys, they weren't looking at my face anyway. Guys were freaking great. Saw the owner of the boat, so great. I haven't seen him since before Christmas, so they all gave me a hug and they were like, how was your Christmas? How was New Year's? Super lovely men. They always look after the girls in the marina, and yeah, they're just so great. The boys come up to me and organize the payment with me straight up. The guys were like, here's the money. Like, sorry, I'm holding this eyelash. the chaos. So they were like, here's the money, la la la, and they're like asking boundaries, and I told the organizer my boundaries, so I didn't seem like a bit of a witch when I came in. He was just like, yep, and straight up he went out and said, guys, no photos, no phones, like if she sees you with one, I'll confiscate it, and no one wanted touching, don't be rude, just be nice and polite, and you know, we're all gonna have a good time. And yeah, he basically put it the same way I would have, so that was really good. Is this guy looking at me? And then yeah, the guys were super great. Such a great vibe. Everyone was polite, well-mannered. The guys liked me so much that they ended up upgrading me to nude an hour and a half early. So normally I would upgrade on the last hour, but the guys were like, can you do it now? I said, I've still got an hour and a half to go. Like, I don't normally do that. And he was like, he goes, oh, well, how much would it be if we started now? And I was like, it's this much. So I just paid, like, I just charged him a little bit more than I normally would get paid. And he was just like, yep. And I was like, damn, should I ask for more? And he goes, he's like, I don't even care. Like he's like, you've been that nice and so responsive and like really active and jumping around and dancing with everyone. And he's like, you've been getting everyone drinks. The banter has been on point. And I was just like, yes. So my good streak, like I touched wood, but like I said to you guys, like I have a good streak running with this boat, and every single batch of clients that I've had on this boat has upgraded me to nude, or they've gotten a lap dance off me. Like they've always spent more money and been really polite and good value. So I thought that wasn't going to be the case today for some reason, but they were freaking amazing, which is great. Oh, I think he's waiting for an Uber and he must think that I'm his Uber. Freaking great. Like everyone was so well behaved. The buck did get a little bit too drunk, but not in a bad way. He just needed to sit down and, you know, calm his tits for a bit. I was like, are you feeling well? And he was like, no, not really. Like I've been drinking all morning. And I was like, do you want to go sit down and just chill out, have a drink of water, take a rest? There's like lounges everywhere on the inside of the boat, like nice white leather lounges where you can just sit down and chill out. And I think they got the package where like the guys had organized food for them. So they had like cabana sticks, dips and cheese and crackers and like that. So he had an array of food to chew on while he tried to sober up a little bit. Everyone was so good. I just had such good banter with everyone. And I feel like 3 hours is a good amount of time to get to know everyone on a boat like that. But yeah, they were loving it. They had such a good time and I had a really good time. And they were like, two of them kept coming up to me and they said, you know, the owner of this boat that put you forward, he was raving on about you. Like he wouldn't put anyone else forward. He was saying, she's the best, like book her. And I was just like, that makes me so happy. Like I didn't know that. Ended up making, I don't want to hold my money up because this guy's just standing there, but for 3 hours topless, I ended up upgrading to nude. I ended up making $590, so almost $600. But yeah, I've just got it all in my handy little scrunchie here. I can't believe this lash came off. I tried to just re-glue it just now and I sat there with it like setting, still like it looked like it was sticking and then it just slid off. But yeah, I had a really good booking. Anyways, I will see you guys when I get to my poker job. Hey guys, so I ended up finding a car park. I think it said it was like $16 or something for 5 hours plus, so I hope that's right. But I just pulled in here and it's not that much cooler, but I sat here with the aircon on. I feel like it's just blowing hot air because the car's not moving. And I've fiddled with all the buttons. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's a lot cooler than what it was outside. So I've just pulled in here. The hotel that I'm working at in 3 hours is only like 2 blocks away. So I figured that's all right. Like I'm happy to walk because there's no parking where the hotel is. It's just good luck trying to get a park at that hotel. It's, I know that they usually have a couple of visitor spots out the front, but before the boom gate, but they're usually always taken on a weekend because people just park there for free or they have their friends over or whatever. But I did get this eyelash back on and I think it's solid. It feels solid. Yeah, it seems a lot better than before. Anyway, I figured since I'm sitting in a good spot now, take this away. Not the best lighting, but I figured since I'm sitting in a good spot now and not everyone's staring at me, I can do a money count real quick from that job. Yeah, here's the money that I got from the booking. So happy. So we've got 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 400, 50, 500, 510, 520, 530, 540, 550, 560, 570, 580, 590. Yeah, like I said, I should have asked for a $10 tip or something. Or just said, hey, for 10 bucks, I'll give that guy a motorboat or something. I don't know. I normally do it for more, but I just hate uneven numbers. Like I wish that was rounded up, but I'm still so stoked with that. Starting to use these scrunchies again. It's so hot. Yeah, I am so stoked with that. Pretty happy. So now I've just got my 3 hour booking. I'm doing, wait, is it 3 hours or is it just 2 hours? Oh no, it's only 2 hours. I am getting paid just a tiny bit smidge more than usual because I'm a poker dealer and I had to bring my own kit. So normally I don't charge anything if they've already got the poker host table there, but this one I am getting paid a smidge more because I'm bringing my own kit. Anyway, I'm gonna go get something to eat because I'm starving. And I gotta go to the loo, like I'm busting. I wanted to go to the one on the boat, but the guys kept like pissing everywhere and it was really gross. Like They don't mean to, but like when people drink it happens. And then obviously on boats they're like rocking around and stuff and people just miss and they hit the floor. Yeah, it was really gross, so I just didn't want to use the bathroom at all. But yeah, I might just go see if I can eat somewhere like a sushi train or something and then see if they've got to the bathroom. Oh my god, everything is just melting in my car. Like, it's so hot in Queensland right now. Like, I'm bathing myself in sanitizer. What's going on? Anyway, I'm gonna go find somewhere to eat and I will catch up with you guys when I'm at the booking. Wow, that's all I have to say right now. Wow. I am shooketh. I am shooketh to the core. Where do I start with this booking? Where? Okay, I'm gonna start with upon arrival. So I arrived to the booking at 9 PM exactly. I had my suitcase in tow, my little poker dealing case, and I rang the client on a private number and I said, hey, it's Sadie, I'm out the front. And they came down and got me. Got up in there and I was like, oh, like, is this a bucks party? And I was like whispering it because the receptionist was there. And he goes, oh, they already know. And I was like, oh, really? And he goes like, yeah, we've already had a couple of complaints. And I was like, oh, like noise complaints? And he's like, yeah. And I'm thinking like, oh, so like pretty much they're probably on their way out, like they're probably on their last leg with the booking. So we went in and we went into the elevator, got upstairs, got onto the floor that we're hopping off at, and as we're hopping off, I noticed to the left there's like a bit of an altercation between, I don't know, guests of the hotel and security. And security's there like telling them off, like, this is your last warning, la la la. And I'm looking at the guys and I couldn't help but look twice and notice that there was one guy who had no teeth and this other guy was covered in blood, like all over his face. He'd been hit here and then he had a split lip and he had these cuts all over his forehead as well, and it was all over his face, like, and dripping down his neck. And I was like, what the f? And I looked to my left and was like, phew, thank God they're not, you know, my clients. And we walked that way and I was like, oh, what the f is going on over there? The guy that I was with, like two of the guys that I was with, they were like, oh, they're the guys staying with us. And I was like, no. Like, they're not, are they? And he goes, yeah, they're the bucks party. Like, the main guy that was standing there talking to the security guard, he was the buck. And the guy with no teeth, he was, I think, his uncle or something. Guy who, yeah, had blood all over his face. They were all in a band together as well. So, and he was the front lead man of the band. Like, I'm feeling like this is really sketchy. We get into the hotel room. All the guys that are talking to security all follow me in and they're all just like, like we're about to get kicked out. I don't know what the go is with this guy. He's revving in the car park. Basically, they all follow me in. There's no music. The room looks fucking bare. Like, they don't have any drinks. There's no ice. There's no mixers. There's no food. It was weird, I'm not gonna lie. Tried to be super bubbly and I was like, look, if you guys don't want to play poker, I totally understand. And they said, well, actually, we were supposed to have a poker dealing table as well. But the best man of the buck apparently dropped acid, like he was tripping, freaked out, drove all the way back to Coffs Harbour, not realizing that he had the poker dealing table and set and everything in his boot. I was like, did he get home okay? Like, what the f? Like, he was tripping on acid and he just drove off. There goes the table. And I was like, well, we can still play poker. Like, there's two tables here, just not proper poker dealing tables. I was like, or if you guys are over it, like, I understand. I was like, I have a beer pong set in my bag. We can play beer pong. It's all good. We can just have a chill night. And they were like, let's do that. So we put the two tables together outside on the balcony, set up the beer cups, and I just started pouring little beers in them or whatever they wanted. And I got a couple balls out of my bag. Yeah, we got the game going. So it was a good little icebreaker. The guys ended up being really nice, but at the start of the booking, I was kind of concerned and it felt really weird and uncomfortable. The other girl hadn't turned up and the guy with blood all over his face, I'm not gonna lie, he was kind of loopy and he was in my face a lot, like, oh, what's your name? Oh, is this all you do? La la la. And he was just like dripping blood all over his face. Like, do you want an antibacterial wipe or something? Like, I've got wet ones if you want. Like, no, don't touch my face. I'm pretty sure I need stitches. It just seems so fucking sketchy. So what I did was, which I thought was the right thing to do at the time, was I messaged the agent. I'll show you the message because I'm just so baffled. Okay, so here's what I wrote to her. I said, babe, just letting you know I've arrived. The guys are already getting warnings to be kicked out. Organizers seem fine, but the rest of the guys are pretty wasted. Like, they could barely hold a sentence together. One guy has done something to his face and it's covered in blood. The apartment is dead quiet, no music, and it's really awkward. Pause this thought. She's okay. Oh my god, that phone call just changed everything. Wow. Okay. I just spoke to the agent that I just worked for. So, got into the booking. It was dead quiet. The other girl hadn't rocked up yet, and I was feeling really yuck about being there, a bit uncomfy. And honestly, like, I felt like do I go? Like, this is just really weird. Like, this guy's covered in blood. They've been asked to leave, been given a last warning on their unit. Yeah, and I was just like, what the f? And it was dead quiet. I didn't have a speaker. I stupidly left the speaker in the car, just thinking like it's gonna be a poker game. They're gonna have music there, obviously. Why did I leave the speaker in the car? Why? Anyway, so there was no music. I come out like, hey guys, like full vibe, let's play beer pong. Someone turned the TV on so we could have some background music. The guy started getting into beer pong. One of the guys was like, all right, I'm gonna go down and get some more beers. I'm gonna get some food and bring it up. And we're like, great, like it's happening. Like we're switching the vibe around. This is all happening. We're breaking the ice. So I thought things were going well. And even if it was weird, I would not leave until the other girl got there, because I knew another waitress was supposed to be coming. I wasn't about to just ditch and then let her rock up mid a weird situation, you know? I would wait till she got there and be like, hey, this is what's happening. You're not gonna get unchanged. We're gonna go together. Because I feel like girls need to, you know, stick up for girls and just look out for each other. So what ended up happening was the vibe ended up changing. I've actually soon realized that the guy with no teeth was actually really lovely. They were in a band together, and the guy who had blood all over his face actually dived into a swimming pool earlier that day and didn't realize how shallow it was, and he smashed his nose into the concrete and his face got dragged all up the side of the swimming pool. So it was just sheer coincidence that they were getting reprimanded by security at the same time, and it just looked bad when I walked in, but they were actually really lovely guys. Now my tricky problem was that I told the agent I didn't feel comfortable when I got there. However, I said I'm gonna wait till the other girl gets there and I'm gonna play it by ear and let you know how I feel. She said, great, let me know how you go. Otherwise, if you don't feel safe, I'm not gonna send the duo show, because I don't want them to feel uncomfortable, or I'm not gonna send the girls to do the show unless it's at the same time that the waitresses are there, because I need to make sure that there's security or something like that, like just so that we can keep an eye out for the girls while they're doing the show, because the clients still, even though they were really nice, they were really drunk. So what happened was I told her all that, and all of a sudden the other waitress rocks up, and the client comes up to me and goes, do you not feel comfortable here? Are you feeling unsafe? Are we being too weird for you, or something like that? And in front of everyone. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then he pulled me to the side and I was like, what's the go? And he's like, oh, well, I just got a message from someone saying that you don't feel safe here, you feel uncomfortable, you're freaked out by the guy with blood on his face and all this shit. And I was like my heart just sank. Like, I guess I have to turn my engine on for the light. We need the light. My heart just sank. I could not believe. My instant reaction was like, oh my god, the agency has told the client that I feel uncomfortable and unsafe for here right now. And I'm thinking, like, why would she do that? Why would she go behind my back and tell them that and compromise my position, my safety at a booking, and tell them what I said to her when I arrived? Like, why would she do that? I said to her, things are going okay now, I'm gonna play it by ear and I'll let you know. Like, if I need to leave, I will let you know. Why would she tell the client that? Like, that just completely compromises my safety. Even though I feel like the clients ended up being okay and they were lovely. Imagine if they weren't lovely clients. Imagine if they were aggressive or violent. She went and told them that I didn't feel safe. Like, how do you think that compromises me at a booking? Like, that was my instant reaction, and I was just sitting there like thinking, why would she do that? The whole booking, like, I was, you know, making guys feel great, and like the vibe was going well, like things were really changing around. The showgirl rocked up. The guys were well behaved to an extent. The buck wasn't very well behaved. He kept trying to touch her and grab her, and he did the same to me as well. He tried to reach out for my boobs multiple times, tried to touch my ass multiple times, which I, you know, smacked his hand away and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not having that. But everyone else was sweet. Like, everyone else was really great, and we were having great conversations, and the vibe was well, but they were just really shit-faced. And I was just sitting there thinking, like, why would she do that the whole time? And I got asked 4 or 5 times by that organizer, you're okay? Like, are you feeling okay? Like, is everything all right for you? Like, do you feel like you need to go home? Like, and I was just like, why? Like, why would she do that? To leave the booking. And I was like, no, I'm gonna say something to her. And I sent her a voice memo and I was like, babe, I really don't like how you handled that. The client like literally came up to me directly and asked me like how I was feeling about the booking and all that, right after I told you that I wasn't feeling good about the booking. But I said to you, I would play it by ear. Like I said, it would have been great if you had messaged me first and said, hey, how are you going? If everything's all right, do you want me to say anything to the client, or do you want to leave the booking first and then I'll say something to the client? Like, I messaged that to her, like saying like, that felt really unprofessional. You put me in a compromising position. What if they weren't safe clients? What if they were really violent and all this stuff? And like, you put me in a really shitty position. Like, you know, I could have been cornered, and them going, oh, like, how come you don't feel safe? La 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 la. Like, and then, yeah, I was just feeling really yuck about it. So what ended up happening was, she just called me now and clarified to me that the lady who organized the booking wasn't one of the guys. It was actually the partner that was getting married, the buck. It was his wife, wife to be. She organized us girls. The agent didn't know that she was going to be present at the job. So she called her and just said, hey, this is the situation. I'm just letting you know that Sadie has informed me of this. But she said she feels fine at the booking, but I'm just letting you know that I'm going to change the showgirls' times so that there are waitresses present at the booking. And the wife, then she didn't say that I didn't feel safe or anything like that. She just said I felt a bit uncomfortable when I arrived because there was a guy with blood all over his face. A fight had broken out and they were getting kicked out by security. It was a bit of a weird vibe. That's what she told the client's wife. She then called the guys who came and picked me up, that I assumed were the organizers, what I said to her. So it was like Chinese whispers. And then he was basically harassing me at the booking, asking me if I was safe, if I felt uncomfortable, if I felt like I needed to leave the whole time. That's what happened. She told the wife of the organizer, the wife of the buck, what was going on, and just said basically like, hey, just letting you know that I'm gonna have to change show times because of this. Girls will keep us updated if they need to leave, just letting you know why. She didn't know that she would then contact the other guy directly, and yeah. It was just all a big miscommunication, and yeah, I spoke to the agent over the phone just now and she was extremely professional with me and explained everything very well and clear in detail. But still, yeah, she did tell one of the client's wives like what was going on and how I was feeling, which I felt like she could have kept to herself until I said I was feeling safe. I still feel yucky about that. Like, even though she didn't tell the clients that were there directly, that were with me in the same room, still told the client's wife, who had organized the whole thing, what was going on, and then she went and told the other guy anyway, and then she drove up to the booking and was present at the booking, which made it even more awkward. Yeah, so I still don't feel like she handled that well. I don't know, like, that's got my head in a bit of a knot. But yeah, anyway, the booking's over. The clients ended up being okay. I made it out alive. Anyway, so I purely stayed till the end of the booking just because of the other girl being there, and the vibe had changed a little bit. But this one guy there told me he was a pirate, and he gave me weed, said, take this, it's the best weed I've ever had in my life. This does not look like bud. This looks like dog shit rolled with weed. Smells like weed, but it looks like a turd. I'm not smoking this for the life of me. I literally 5 seconds later saw that same guy try and lick the carpet because there was marshmallow residue on it. Like, that's fucking disgusting. For 2 hours topless, clients ended up tipping me when I got there. They were supposed to give me a certain amount and they ended up tipping me $30 more. So for 2 hours topless, in a very strange scenario, I ended up making $50, $100, $50, $200, $250 plus the $10 that old mate the pirate gave me, so $260 altogether, plus $590 is $790, $850. I think it is $850 I ended up making in a day. I'm pretty stoked with that. was kind of hoping that the next booking would be really easygoing and stress-free, but it wasn't. What can you do? I feel like my first weekend back wouldn't be the same if I didn't get a weird bunch of dudes for my first weekend of waitressing, but hey, here we are. Thank you so much, guys, for coming along with me for this vlog. I really appreciate you guys, and I love all your kindness and support in the comments below. Please keep an eye out for my next vlog coming up. Like, subscribe. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you guys all in my next vlog.